Hey guys, and welcome to completely off the cuff, completely intuitive and off scripted mid-year divine messages for anyone who is currently listening right now. It is completely meant for your soul. Everything happens for a reason, and buckle up because you're in for a wild ride. Welcome to Soul Spy University, where your souls can run free and your minds are free to expand. Pretty much an adult playground, adult Disneyland. Now, today I will be covering mid-year divine messages for you, as well as at the very end, I'm going to be telling everybody what I'm available for currently and what I do, which is actually, very helpful for people in case anybody wants to know, because my heart opened up this week in a way that hasn't happened to this extent in a very long time. And my soul and heart's calling is calling to give you guys not only this message today, but to let you know what I do in case anybody could use me out there. But first, it means the absolute world to me. Each and every one of you subscribers, you mean the world to me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for still being here. It's only going to get better. As some of you already know, we're fighting against the current with technology. Can't get too much into it, but let's just say there are usually more views going on. Some are taken on a regular basis due to the truth that we are spreading on this channel. So I appreciate each and every one of you that's already subscribed. If you haven't already, please, it would be amazing if you joined our family. Each and every like means the absolute world to my heart, to my mission, which is the point of this channel, for you. And each share is just amazing for the channel. So you have no idea how much that means to me. And as usual, if anybody gets anything out of this or any other playlist or video on my channel and you would like to further support it, there is a donation link in the description box. And any amount just completely bursts my heart wide open and makes me know, okay, someone's listening out there. I'm here for a purpose myself. And that's actually why we're getting into this video today, why you're here. Not just here listening to me right now, because you're about to know that with all these messages, you're meant for all these messages, but why you're here on the planet. So I've been called to actually cover this for a really long time. Of course, I write a whole thing about, what I want to say. It's completely flowing out. And then once I'm about to record, I get guidance. Nope, completely off the cuff. You got to do this all right now. Right now, it's just getting a little hot in here. So let me just open the window more. Why you're here, not just here listening, because like I said, you're going to know all this on the planet. Okay. Very normal, human, spiritual, and soul question to ask yourself on a regular basis, to ask in life, to ponder, especially during times that Abraham Hicks refers to as contrast. Contrast, aka we go through, right? Why are we here? Well, I'm here to let you know exactly what comes to me for you when I ask such shit. Okay. and there's way more to this that's going to come out for you than you realize. So stay tuned. Okay. And again, I would stay till the end because I intuitively feel your soul actually needs to know all of this. Okay. So why you're here. I'm here to let you know why you're here. No matter what you're doing, whether you're a surgeon, whether you're a nanny, whether you're a waitress, whether you're an actor, whether you're unemployed, whether you're a mom, whether you're sitting on a couch, no matter what it is, I'm letting you know that everything you do, every second you live, matters tremendously. I understand that life can be very trying at times. Trust me, if you know anything about me, you know I've been through it almost all. However, I always look to those who have been through worse, and I just want to help everyone in the process. So I'm not just saying this to cheer anybody up. This is intuitive. I don't know how else to say this. There's the human side of me that my friends love. They think it's hilarious, especially when I'm riffing, if you know what I mean, when I'm venting or whatever, which I can't really show on this channel, and a lot of other parts. But there's a part of me that comes out, particularly in session with people, that is a divine, possibly higher self. I don't want to take credit and say God. I personally believe we're all a part of God. And I'll get to that in a second. But no matter what you believe, you need to know this. You're here for a reason. And no matter what, don't ever think that you haven't already fulfilled a lot and you have a lot more to fulfill. And no, you don't need motivation for it, although I'm also here for that. Every second you live matters tremendously. This isn't just me being cheery. I'm going to explain more. We're all part of a divine tapestry that is all one, all collective. Anything you go through or experience or overcome is almost like sent up to a spiritual database for that information to know for the collective. You are helping out way more than you know every second you're on this earth. Every second matters. And the divine, timeless, what's the word, not invaluable, where it's the most like cherished, more than value thing that you get out of this life and every second you live are these divine spiritual gems that you take with you when you pass over. So everything you went through counts. You are getting credit for it. There's not one thing unseen of your behavior and your experience. Please always know how much you matter. It's extremely imperative to the entire planet, no matter what you think, you are so vital and important, each and every one of you. Okay. So another thing that comes up a lot that I want to put out there for everybody right now is, yeah, there are times in life that I know my friends have a very human side. I've outgrown this a long time ago, and I'm going to explain why in case it helps you. But they've been wronged by someone, say, or at least that's their perception. And they might feel a little, say, revengeful or something like that. And know that, forgive yourself. It's a very human thing. Okay, so I'm not here to be hard on you whatsoever. I've grown out of this, but I'm going to give you the remedy in a second. I've grown out of this because I never wanted to invest any of my energies into something that doesn't have a good ROI, if you will, return on investment. I'm not here to feel anything other than good for people. If something makes me uncomfortable, I will delve into that and use it for good for my own development and to make me stronger. And if somebody has, say, wronged me, right? Here's what I'm gonna say that's gonna help you right now. Again, nothing goes unseen. Nobody gets away with anything, right? I'm not a big avatar, or what, I don't know the word, for karma, right? Like, I'm not saying the whole thing about karma is that it's going to take care of itself. Okay. Don't wish harm on anybody. And that matters as well. Every thought you have, all that stuff matters. Okay. But just know that if you were ever, quote unquote, wronged by somebody, let nature, let spiritual nature take its course. It's none of your business what happens after that. Okay. Know that at the end of everyone's lives, when they transition, okay, they encounter something called a life review, where they experience everything they put everyone through, good, maybe not so good, right? And it's not there to punish them. This is honestly a very internal thing on their end. And that is to show them what happened, that there's somebody, that person has feelings, that maybe that person meant no harm, right? And they take those as very valuable lessons for their spirit, for their soul, or in case they want to come back, right? So know that at that point, everything is seen and taken care of anyway, right? Um, and prior, if it's in this life, that's honestly none of our business. I want to say, something that's going to make you feel a lot better, but I'm going to hold back because the whole underlying premise is, if we can't wish not good on anybody, because then that is counted against us, right? But I'm here to calm you down and let you know it's not your job to do any of that. Your job is to be the best you can be. Use everything to your advantage. That'll make you a better person. That'll make you not be so affected by something like this next time in a way that is healthy for you and healthy for the rest of the world. That is what you're going to see as amazingness during your life review. And remember, please forgive yourself. None of us are perfect, and none of us have perfect lives, because if we did, we'd be in heaven, right? And none of us have to have perfect lives. We are here right now, and we signed up to be here to experience imperfection, to experience contrast. Yeah, I joke with my friends all the time. What did I sign up for? As you did, as you probably do as well, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm letting you know something else that's about to give you a lot of relief. And this might be a reminder to some, but hey, I listen to things all the time that I teach people already, or that that I've even taught classes on, because with certain information, you can't have too many reminders. It's good to know it. And sometimes you'll forget very important things, even if it's just in the moment. So what I'm about to tell you that gives you a lot of relief is possibly a reminder, possibly new information for some, but we are only here for a second. We're literally only here for a second. But remember, or you might not remember, we worked very hard to get here for a second. Despite what we may feel, despite what we may think, we really wanted to sign up for this, to be here for this 1 second. So no matter what you're going through, remember, none of it doesn't count. Everything counts. You're getting credit for all of it. You're getting amazing spiritual gems for all of it in a way that I can't explain, and you won't know the extent of until you experience it. But I'll tell you this. I was about to say, and I guess I should go with it because intuition is what you first feel and think. You won't regret one moment. Yeah, you might think, I wish this didn't have this effect on somebody, of course. But guess what? You're going to learn from that so much that you wouldn't have learned otherwise, right? You definitely won't regret one moment of being good or acting out of your heart. In terms of God, in 2008, I remember feeling, I would get a lot of downloads. And one of it was just shown to me is, if you look at the word good and you combine the two O's to overlap and capitalize the G, that's God. At that same exact moment, I also was shown, at that same exact moment, what if God was good of all combined? And I can't help but feel that we all are from God. And no matter what you believe, you are welcome here. But we're all from God. We all have a divine spark in us. We all have amazing abilities in us, whether you want to enhance them or utilize them or access them or not. Remember that you signed up to be here for this 1 second. It is very imperative that you finish your 1 second. We will be at the party in a second. Those who have crossed over, okay, and come back, obviously, to tell me about it, and I've interviewed many, in which I should probably start posting. They have crossed over, they came back, and they say, from that point of view, which is so interesting because I had this information before knowing it, but I knew it. Uh, from the point of view of your real selves, of your divine selves up there, we're only here for a second. We're only here for a second. It feels like a lifetime, and it is a lifetime. It counts as a lifetime. But when you're up there and you have a broader view, God, I don't know if you believe in former lifetimes or what, but we are so much more than this. So much more than this 1 second on this one planet as this one identity. We are so much more. And yet you fought so hard to get here for this 1 second. So finish it out. Finish it out because you're getting a lot of credit for it. Okay. So if you ever want to know why you're here, know that it is the way you looked at that bird. Know that it is the way you experienced that feather slowly falling onto your hand. Know that it is that 1 second you barely smiled at that person in the woods. Know that it is the way you said goodbye and thank you to the person behind you who held the door open for you for a second. Know that it is everything that you're doing and everything that you're not doing. Everything matters completely. No matter what your situation, no matter what you're doing, you matter. Absolutely. And yeah, things happen in life. Contrast. Not only am I here to coach you through it, which I will get to in a second, but remember, not your circus, not your monkeys. It's not our jobs to do anything but see what is true. And remember that the only thing that is true and real is love. Anything other than that is up for misinterpretation and is probably the result of misinterpretation. Remember, we are all good when we were born, and sometimes things happen to people that make them look or act or perceive things in ways that make them look other than the other person's interpretation of good. It doesn't necessarily mean they're not good. It just means they're a result of what's happened and a result of their choices as a result of what's happened, and possibly a result of how you're filtering it. So in terms of simulated reality, I've had a theory we've all been in it in a little bit of a way, not in the way that there's some guy playing a video game and we're in it, but in a way of we're all seeing reality through our own filters. And who knows if your color green is the same as my color green? How do we really know? We can look at that color, we could point at that color and say green, but that person could be seeing brown. We don't know. And with Donald Hoffman's work of, we don't see 99.9% of reality, it's all filtered out. It's all about our thoughts, is what I'm bridging it to, what I marry into. It's all about how our thoughts create reality. That's the 1% or less that we're seeing. And I guess that brings me to, what am I available for, in case anybody's interested at all. And please stay till the end, just in case you'll ever need this, because I have very specific niches that my list, some people don't have any of, but some people definitely don't have all of. So I started out as a manifestation coach for the past 11 years, certified life coach. However, what really happens is I give the intuitive message that that particular soul, your particular soul, needs to know at that time. I do it over phone, over Zoom, maybe if you're local in person, Q&A about what you might need to know, about the lessons you might need to have during this time, or about the future, or anything like that. I love bringing my intuition into my manifestation coaching, so that the exact right ways people, that'll be the easiest for them in order to manifest and get what they want, are implemented. I also have a really good specialty in people who have lost a loved one, or are worried about losing a loved one, or have a terminal illness. Not only have my sessions healed people before, and empowered them to do the same internally with themselves, yes, without medication, but remember, I'm not a doctor, so I cannot say anything. You do what you have to do. But I do get down to the bottom of anything that has happened to you or a physical ailment so that you come out more empowered and inspired. And I have not had a client yet that is not healed by the end of it. However, I can't make certain claims because I don't know who's going to come to me, but I do know that every client leaves so far extremely transformed, happy, calmer, inspired, empowered, and into a whole other new world. Anyone that's, like I said, worried about losing their loved one to passing over, I open them to a whole other world where they can actually be present with their loved one every second, and not be worried about that until the loved one passes over. And even then, they know the truth of what's going on. I also, people, also, if you have a terminal illness, I can have you be a lot calmer about that. I speak through this loving divineness that is of truth. And I was born this way, I noticed, because when people are passing, which they've done in front of me a few times, when most people are running away from the scene, my soul runs towards it. And whether it be an aunt that treated me like utter garbage, or someone who was a very beloved father figure to me, my soul has a calling, my heart has a calling to make sure they know that they are where they're going in the right direction. But it's much more beautiful what happens with, you got to be there and in the moment. And they feel calm enough to pass over, and whatever. So that's actually called a death doula, which I didn't know had a term until recently, and I realized I was born it. So yeah, so if anyone has any questions about what I cover or anything more, feel free to email me at soulspauniversity@gmail.com, or message me on Soul Spa University's Instagram, Soul Spa University, underscore between each word. And also, added bonus, if anyone is trying to declutter, it's not just I help them declutter, and yes, I could do it over the phone and over Zoom, but I help their energy. Primarily, I'm an energy coach, intuitive energy coach, intuitive message. I like to heal, inspire, and empower. But in terms of if they really want to declutter, there's a reason why the clutter got there, and I help them to energetically feel really good about letting go of things that they want to be able to let go of, but it bothers them too. So I help them get through the energy of that. And yeah, if anybody, I haven't had a client yet who came to me with a problem that I couldn't make them feel worlds better about. I'm not going to take the credit for it. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I do know that I feel hugely lit up from the inside out, from my heart, from my soul, when I am helping people who have lost a loved one, and and when I'm helping people who are about to cross over, or who know someone who's about to cross over, or any other divine messages they need. I do know I'm lit up from the inside out. I have angel bumps everywhere. I feel the most immense amount of love in the world, and that's how I know it's real, and the results are very real. So either way, I love all of you for being here. Feel free to check out my life coaching playlist regarding things like this. I like to empower people to be their own divine medium, so they don't need me, even though I love clients and I love treating them. I'm still currently taking one-on-one, so make sure to message me. And I hope these messages were helpful to you today, give you hope. And like I said, if you want any further help in anything, please contact me. I would love to have a session with you. And what I love about it is seeing how much it positively affects everybody and everything around them after their session. Because remember, guys, energy is everything. Energy is what's creating all of this. Reality is you pushed out. So There's a lot of weird things that I've noticed in life, and energy apparently proves them all correct. And I will help you untangle any sort of thing you're going through. And I have some very, very interesting examples from my own life that I can't really get into now, but I love you all and thank you for your time. And I hope, at the very least, if I don't hear from you, that this message in itself provides hope, relief, calm, serenity, and inspiration and empowerment. I love all of you. You're doing amazing, an amazing, amazing job. And no matter how great these interviews are, where I interview people from the other side, remember, we're looking forward to that. Every second here matters. So please, let's all stick together. Let's all stay here till the end of the party together. And party's not over until God says it's over. So just know, every second here that you're here, you are a hero. You are a hero not only to yourself, to your soul, and to all your unseen friends, which I don't want to creep anybody out, but you have a lot and they're very good and they're rooting you on. You're never alone. You always have me in this channel as long as it exists. So keep your fingers crossed. And I love you all, but either way, know you're never alone. These messages are to empower and inspire you, and they're all very true. So I love you. Enjoy the rest of your life. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Namaste, everybody.